Hey everybody, Scott with Tango Down Production. Well, today I want to do a review of the most feared handheld weapon system available to mankind. Shotgun. Alright, this is mine. This is a Winchester Model 1300 Defender. It's got an 18-inch barrel, extended magazine tube all the way out to the end of the barrel. This is a pump action shotgun. I got a side saddle on there along with a Picatinny rail. We're going to talk about that here in just a minute, but continuing on, it's got an ATI pistol grip collapsible stock on there, which just came in today. The forearm release is right here. See if you can see it there. Just push that. It's got the standard forearm on it, which I actually like quite a bit. Very inexpensive sling, just something to throw on there for now until I'm able to get a better one. Not a whole lot to it. This is a very simple weapon system. You can pick these up relatively inexpensively in comparison to its $870 counterpart. But anyway, real quick, let's talk about this Picatinny rail side saddle system. Okay, the rail I got from Brownells. It's made by a company called B-Square. It does have a gap in the back here, so that way you can look underneath and see your front bead sight there and still acquire your target with that. I haven't got an optic on it yet. We've got a gun show coming up this weekend. I might take a trip up there and see if I can't find a inexpensive little reflex optic to put on it. Here I've got the Winchester slugs, 1-ounce slugs in the saddle here. Anyway, back to this lovely rail. Okay, this screw right here is a 1/4-inch screw that did not come with the rail system. This is like a bar that goes underneath the trigger guard that helps hug the rail down to the frame of the shotgun. Now, tightening this down too much will cause your action to be real stiff, so you have to be real careful about adjusting this. And once you get it adjusted where you want it, I highly suggest a little bit of Loctite. Blue Loctite. But anyway, this side saddle here does not fit on this weapon system with this rail as it is. If you buy both these right out of the box and expect it to fit on here, it won't. This screw that comes with the rail system, which replaces the original stock trigger bar, is not long enough. So I had to go to my local hardware store, which I will say proudly here in Denver is the A&A Trading Post. I love those guys. They got a great selection and they're very knowledgeable. So anyway, I replaced it with a 1/4-inch screw that was long enough to where it would go all the way through the rail and it would connect to the same spot on the side saddle and come all the way through. Now I'm probably going to put a little rubber cap or something over that, or maybe Dremel that down a little bit. But at any rate, as you can see, it goes all the way through and it fits the rail. Now the saddle is designed to have a piece right here that goes inside the well right here for the loading into the tube magazine, and that's what helps hold it in place along with that rear screw back here. Well, because you put the rail on, and the rail, as you can see with this bar right here, is in the way. So what I had to do is use a little bit of brain cells and sit down and get a little bit of an engineering mindset of how I could get this to work. So what I did was I took out a Dremel and got a cutting bit, and I cut out a groove in the mounting bracket for the saddle that would fit where the trigger, or where the bar is around the trigger guard here for the rail. That was a pain in the ass, but once I actually got that groove perfected, then I was able to put that on through here. I used a little bit of JB Weld on the frame of the saddle mount onto the side of the rail. Now some of you are thinking, JB Weld, that's permanent. Yes, it is. Well, what happens, Scott, if you're running your gun and one of these shell holders breaks on your saddle? Not a big deal. There's set screws, or little flathead hex screws right here in the saddle. Take out a shell. I don't know if you can see them or not, but there's a little screw there. Well, anyway, there's a total of 6. 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. So if one of these breaks, I can take those screws out. This plastic mold piece for the shell holder, that just comes off of the mounting bracket. And the mounting bracket's metal. And then I can just order another one of these off the internet and then just take it off of that mounting bracket and stick it on this one, screw it down, and bang, I'm back in business. So I'm really not terribly concerned about that mounting bracket being permanently affixed to the rail, because the shell holder itself is not permanently attached. So that's why I went with that route. And you can't really see, I nicked it a little bit with the Dremel right here, but I can cover that up with a little bit of gun black or a little bit of Sharpie marker, whatever. It doesn't got to be fancy. This is a working gun. But I was able to take this the slide saddle off and cut that mounting bracket just right, and then put this back on so it covers up that trigger bar. It was actually, the mounting bracket was exactly the right width to allow that to happen. So I think that overall the machining turned out really well. And this saddle, I mean, that ain't going anywhere. There is no way that's going anywhere. So not a big fan of this collapsible stock system, just because I don't like the pistol grip. I like putting my own pistol grips on, but there's a company out there and they make one for the Remington 870 and the Mossberg 500. They do not make one for the Winchester 1300 Defender. But again, this is a really awesome, I've got a total of about $350 sitting right here. So that's pretty inexpensive, I think, for a tactical shotgun. And once I put an inexpensive reflex on it, it'll be rocking and rolling. Maybe I'll get some range time with it here before the weather gets real bad. So hope everybody had a safe Halloween holiday. Hope you liked the new shotgun. Take care. Be safe.